I'm like literally getting nervous thinking about it again. Okay.
Fun time.
Okay, where do I begin? So for the people who've been watching our channel, Abby's not here because it was my orbit ring, so telling my story. For those of you who've been part of this channel for a while, you will realize that I have been in orbit for a long time. I got into LOONA right before the group debut, so I got in right before Favorite came out, spent a day binging their get to know you videos, and the rest is history. So, you know, it's been a long journey. I've seen LOONA at KCON 2019, which can show that video, link it in here. My experience with that, I've been in the live audience for both KCON TACs, which were this year. So I've been with LOONA for a while, you know, two and a half years now, close to that. And obviously they mean a lot to me. And this year especially, as most of you know, has been horrible for all of us. So, you know, having music and groups that can help you through hard times is something that, you know, is indescribable. There's nothing that compares to that feeling of knowing that there's a group whose music gives you strength, you know. I have attempted a few other orbit rings, clearly with not enough albums. So this 12th one, this is their 12th orbit ring, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna shoot my shot. A lot of other people have already tried to get into all of these previous ones with a lot of albums, mind you. And so I was like, okay, probably not as many people are gonna enter this one, so I'm just gonna buy 20. Mind you, people from previous ones are buying 50 to 60 to get in. So 20 is still significantly less, let me tell you that much. I decided to go for it. I literally bought it maybe 20 minutes before it ended, like the time period to buy it. And then there was a 1-day period before they announced the winners. So obviously, as you know, I got picked, and you know, all hysteria broke loose when I realized that, oh, I'm actually going to meet them. It's not just like a, you know, figment of my imagination. I'm gonna meet them. So, you know, in your head you think, oh, what would I ever say to them if I met them? But now it's real. So now it's like, I gotta get shit done. So I had, you know, a list of things planned to say to them. I had art I was gonna show to various members. A lot of things planned out. So fast forward to the actual orbit ring. I'm on the West Coast, so it was at, well, it started at 12, but they didn't call me till almost 12:40 because I was number 17 in line. They choose your order, I think based on kind of like when you submit your order and things like that, or they pick you. I was 17, so I had to wait rather anxiously before my turn. So obviously, you know, I have pretty severe anxiety. If you didn't know that about me, just tell the internet right now. I have severe anxiety. So I don't know why I set myself up for this. I'm like, yeah, I want to meet them and tell them how much they mean to me, but also like, I'm gonna shit my pants. So my sister, who's, you know, obviously part of this channel, is also a huge orbit. She's a Cherry stan. She helped me. She sat like off camera, so because it's only one of us allowed to be there. She sat off camera and like would pass stuff to me, and like because I had like note cards of things to remember to say. She passed those to me and things like that. So she got to see them, she just wasn't like on camera. So she helped me out a lot. So the time comes, I see that it says, you know, I got the notification to add them as friends. It pops up, you know, LOONA the world is calling, which is a really weird feeling. It's through my music taste, but it's like the account for LOONA. So that was a weird feeling to see that pop up. So I push record. I mean, I answer the phone call and then I push record. We weren't allowed to record, quote unquote, but everyone records these things. Like, how could you not record it? So, I mean, I want the memories. If I'm gonna pay $450 for it, I want the memories. So, press record. I had another device synced for the audio so I could, you know, mash those up later. So, up pops Heejin. She's first. Mind you, I thought we were going in order. I thought the numbers, okay, Heejin pops up. I thought she was going to be, it was going to be, Heejin, Hyunjin, going down the line. Little did I know, they were completely out of order. So Heejin comes first. I forgot to mention this, but I have a minute with each of them. It's timed. So when your time's up, they just move you down the line. They say, okay, time's up. You say goodbye, and then you go down the line. So it goes by way faster than you think. I thought I'd have plenty of time, and I didn't get through half the things I wanted to say. So, minute with each member. Heejin comes up first. I say hi. I'm gonna put clips in here, obviously, because you don't want to see my face the whole time. So I'm gonna put clips in here. But Heejin, I showed her this art, so I will hold this up. This is a miniature painting that I made during quarantine. I have a whole collection of them on my wall that I've made during quarantine. I told her I loved her art, so I wanted to show her, art that I made for LOONA. She thought it was great. So obviously I was flattered by that. And then I told her I loved her shiny prism cover on guitar, because obviously I'm a showl. And so she was like, oh yeah. And then so I asked her what other song she would sing on guitar cover, and she said View. Yes! View. Yes. And I went on to tell her I went to KCON LA, and I'm just so proud of the journey that she's been on and as a artist, and she thanked me for that. So again, it's so short. So if you think I'm gonna get more in with them, you were wrong. So it just boom, like rapid fire. So next comes 2, which was not expecting that. So I will put a screenshot of my face when she popped up on the screen. Was not expecting that at all. First thing she does, she's just, you see her on shows and everything that you see of material wise of her is accurate. She is just that radiant, sunshine, magical being that she is with her fans too. So she popped into the screen and said hi to me, and she's like, oh, you're so pretty. Oh, thank you. Like, come on. I'm supposed to be giving you compliments. You're not supposed to be giving me compliments. I showed her my sculpture. I made this during quarantine as well. This is a little Sculpey clay miniature that I made. So it's obviously her holding the apple, heart attack. One of the reasons I got into LOONA was because of heart attack, as I'm sure a lot of you can relate to. So I showed her that sculpture, and I'll just post the clip because her reaction is just, oh, it just makes my heart just butterflies when she reacted to it. This art, this sculpture, yeah, is you holding the apple.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Very nice.
Thank you. So yeah, she, was so amazed by it and thanked me for it, and then she said she obviously really wants to come back to America to see us, American fans, and I told her I already seen her at KCON LA, and she was incredible, and she was like, oh my gosh.
We will go to America to perform.
Yes, I saw you at KCON LA.
Really?
Yes, I did. So she was really excited that I had seen them already, and I thanked her for just how bright she is and her positivity, and how much strength it gives me and other people, and so she thanked me for that too. So again, trying to fit this all in, it's really hard. So this video is probably gonna be long because I have 11 members to get through, so buckle up. I will try to go through it as quickly as I can though. So pretty sure it was Yojin next, but I asked, she's just the cutest button. She's just wonderful. I told her that I was really inspired by her bracelet making, and I showed her a little bracelet that I had made, and she's like, well, I don't have one today. So mind you, there's a translator who is translating our conversations with each other, but there's so much background noise, the quality of line audio isn't very good, so a lot of things got lost in translation, let me tell you that. A lot of times my questions were not answered correctly because the translator did not, hear me or understand the question, so they could not tell the girls the correct question. So it's okay. It happens. It's what happens with having, you know, a very rapid fire fan sign like that over a phone. So I asked Yojin what other types of crafts that she likes doing, and she said she really likes knitting. Oh, cool, yeah, that's great. So cute. So I really hope she can show us some of the things that she's been making during this year. She was lovely, amazing. So after Yojin was Go On. I'm a little bit bummed to get about this one because my question got lost in translation. Again, it's okay. Go On, I had asked her if she, well, I said happy belated birthday. Asked her if she'd seen her birthday ads in a part of Seoul, and she said yes. Happy belated birthday. Happy late birthday. Did you see your ads in Solong subway? Your birthday ads. Yeah? Oh, good. My friend on Twitter wanted me to ask her that because it was part of her birthday project. I had also planned to ask her if she had seen Sailor Moon and what her what her magical power would be, but that didn't translate, so didn't work out. But that's okay because I think she felt kind of bad because she could tell that I was like struggling. So she was like, oh, okay, no, she's smiling and stuff. So I think she understood that there was restrictions. So after Go On was Hyunjin. Hyunjin, let me tell you, I was so caught off guard by her because in comes, you know, the screen. She comes on the screen and she's eating Pepero, you know, the like Pocky Stick type of chocolate biscuit, and didn't say anything. I was just like, what are you eating? And she just stuck it in her mouth and showed me, so I'll put the clip. Hyunjin! Hi! What are you eating? Oh, Pocky? She was just so funny, and it was really nice to like just have such like a casual type of conversation with her. It felt like really natural. Helped my nerves a little bit because you know, everything was building up to the finale of my ult being Kim Lip, so Hyunjin, you know, really helped kind of lighten the mood for me. So, or the nerves. So she was eating Pepero while I was asking her questions. So I asked her if she ever wanted to do an ASMR channel. She immediately said no. She's like, hell no. Which I just thought it'd be funny because, you know, she has like such a like cool sounding voice. I thought it'd be cool for her to do that. But, and I actually told her, I was like, oh, well, if you didn't do that, I was like, I actually make YouTube videos and I, you know, react to LOONA. So she's like, oh, that's so cool. So, you know, I don't know if they watch reaction videos, but maybe they do. So, and after Hyunjin was Cherry. Oh my god. When I tell you I screamed. She came on camera saying my name. Hi, Cherry! Obviously nothing prepared me for that. Just soul-shattering, you know, experience of hearing her say my name. So, she was just so cute. Cherry is just one of the brightest, most genuine, just most lovely people. Obviously, a lot of you, you know, watch LOONA stuff, but like, she just, like, you could just tell how genuine she is and how much she loves Orbits. So I just felt like so just like happy talking to her. Like just my body was just filled with like sunshine while I was talking to her. I showed her my sister's art because she's a Cherry stan, which she was like so excited about. I want to show you the art my sister made for you. She's a huge fan of you. Yeah. And then I asked her what her favorite Harry Potter character was, and she said Hermione. So, and again, I thanked her for just her brightness and positivity and things like that. Again, it's hard to make creative things on the spot. I had things planned out, but when they're sitting in front of you, your mind just goes blank. You don't, like, I had sheet cards in front of me, and like none of those words could come out of my mouth. I just was so overwhelmed. So I just kind of end up repeating a lot of the same things to them, but you know, obviously would have liked to say other things, but maybe not if practice. So she thanked me for that as well. After Cherry was Heiju, and I asked her what video games she's been playing, and she said Super Mario Odyssey.
마리오 오디세이라고 있는데 에코드 메리오 오디세이 원래 전에
Ooh.
she played before and then she's playing again.
Oh, good. And then I told her I played Breath of the Wild, but I think that got lost in translation because I know she's played that, and then she said she hadn't, so again, translation issues there. So I just told her that I'd like to try Super Mario Odyssey. So she's beautiful, lovely, obviously everything that you already know about Luna. So, and Vivi was after. Vivi also I'm very bummed about because she was having camera issues. So when I wanted to show her my art as well, it was like glitching, so she couldn't see it. And then by the time that I was gonna ask her my question, they cut me short with her. So they cut me off like 20 seconds with her, so I didn't get to talk to her at all, really. Which I was really bummed about because I had planned to ask her like like what has she learned about herself on her journey, like following her dreams, like being like an artist and things like that. So wanted to tell her that. At least I got to compliment her on her art. I told her I really loved her art and the drawings she does of the members, so she thanked me for that. I wanted to tell you that I really like your art that you draw of the members. Yeah. After Vivi was Eve. Oh my god. Eve, I love you so much. Eve was my first bias, so if you look back at our reaction videos, like Butterfly, our Butterfly one's a lot. I was screaming over Eve, so she's my second bias now. Kimlip has taken over my life as my shrine. My shrine. It happens. The more you get to know people, you know, your biases might change. So it happened with me in Shiny, it happened with me in Luna. So Kimlip is my ult now, so. But Eve has a very, very special place in my heart. So Eve was next. Mind you, I'm gonna play a clip, but she literally gets this close to the camera when she's talking to you. She gets that close and you're just like, oh my god, like, I feel like just very overwhelmed right now. So I showed her piece I had drawn with, and also did watercolor with mixed media during Hi era. So I've had this in my stuff for like 2 years. She was basically like, oh no, it's more beautiful than me. I was like, what? How? How is my mediocre drawing more beautiful than you? I just draw this for you. Thank you. Yeah, for you. Yeah.
She's beautiful than me.
No, not even. Not even close. No. She thanked me for that. And then I thanked her for basically how big, like I tried to like phrase it as like I'm thankful for how big your heart is and how much you care about people around you. And she said, she got all pouty. It was so cute. She was like, it's because orbits are such lovely people. So it's, you know, basically it's like easy for her. And I was just like, oh my god. And to thank you for how big your heart is. It gives me a lot of strength. Your big heart and how much you love people. So
Because you guys are all lovely people.
yes.
Yeah.
You give me strength, so thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh my god. Mind you, she's like this close to the camera, so I was a little overwhelmed. So she thanked me for that. It just was like a little ushy gushy time. It's like yeah, she's just so lovely. I love her so much. She's a wonderful, lovely human being. You know, she thanked me. I told her I loved her. She said she loved me too. Thank you. I love you. After Eve was Jinsol, another person that my question got lost in translation. Rip. because Jinsul's my third bias, so bummer. So I had planned to ask Jinsul what was her favorite part of filming in LA for Girlfriend, you know, because their title track for Odd Eye Circle. The question that ended up being translated to her was, what would she want to film in LA? So, didn't work out exactly how I'd planned. She ended up saying that if she were to film in LA again, she really wants to collab with fans, which I thought was so cute. She would not want, because I didn't realize what she was saying. She went, with you? Like, pointing at me. And I was like, what are you talking about? That's not the question I asked you. So when I went back, realized she was saying she wants to collab with people like me and fans. So obviously I was like, you know, when I realized that, I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. Like, I would love that. You?
I love to, you know, like take a film with the fans from the Los Angeles. So I think it's a great idea to collaborate with you guys.
Oh, wow, that would be cool. So Jinsul, if you're watching this, hit me up. Let's collab. That's never gonna happen. She also complimented my makeup. She was like, your makeup's so beautiful. And I was like, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, she's obviously stunning, so I felt very undeserving to receive that from her. LOONA just throws out compliments. They are so nice. And it's not, you can tell it's not forced either. Like, they are being genuine, you know? Like, the first thing I said to you when I came on camera, like, I had like at least four or five members be like, oh, you're so pretty, or you know, your makeup's so pretty, or like, so I was like, before I could even say anything to them. So they were just so sweet to me. The finale, the finale was meeting Kim Lip. So, I'm gonna try and get through this without like losing my mind again, because anytime I look at my video, anytime I look at my screenshots, anytime I look at my lock screen, I just get massive butterflies. Mind you, she's the last person. I didn't know she was gonna be last, so I like, you know, when she came on camera, I didn't realize it was the end already because it's going by so fast, you're not keeping track. So when she comes on camera, I like was taken aback. I was like, oh my god, Kim Lip. And so she kind of giggled. She actually said, I didn't hear her because I was reaching to get my art to show her, and she was like, you look beautiful. And I like, looking back at it now, so I turned around and I reached for this art. This isn't very clear. I'll put a screenshot, but this is the art that I showed her. Mind you, I had sent her a fan letter during July. So I sent her a fan letter, very long fan letter, with prints of both of those pictures, these two prints, because I was afraid of mailing the actual art to them just in case BBC threw it away or it got lost. So sent her prints of both of those, little sticker sheet and a small threaded bracelet that I made that had a little owl charm on it. So I sent that to her during the summer, hired a translator, paid a translator to translate my letter, wrote it down, you know, put it on nice stationery, went the extra mile for Kim Lip. I showed her the art first and she immediately just goes, oh, I've seen that. So I was like, what? Like, that's the first thing the translator says to me. She says, oh my god, I've seen that.
Oh my god. Oh, here she saw this art before.
Wait, you see, I sent you a fan letter.
Oh, okay.
That was me. Did you get it? You got it? Oh. You're welcome. I said, oh, you've seen that? Like, I couldn't believe it at first. And I was like, I sent you a fan letter. And she was like, oh, like it clicked. Everything started clicking in her head. She completely, like, her demeanor totally changed. Like, she just started, like, smiling and, like, getting kind of shy. And, like, when she realized it was me who sent her the letter. And I was like, you got it? And she was like, yeah, I got it. So, like, obviously, I just start short-circuiting. Like, I didn't even think it made it to them. But not only did it make it to them, she's read it and she has, like, copies of my art and my letter with her. So, like, you know, again, I had my note cards in front of me and I'm looking at them and I, like, it's truly the definition of head empty. Nothing came out of my mouth. I just kept looking at it, and I was reading and I couldn't get anything out. I was just like, this is not happening right now. Like, how is this real life? Like, this person that I like love to death has something that I gave her and has read it and knows how I feel about her. So I was looking at my notes, couldn't say anything. Obviously I'm like panicking and like also trying not to cry, and then she just at the camera is just like, don't cry, like pointing her finger at me like, you can't cry. I'm like trying to compile what I wanted to say, but obviously I know time's running short. I managed to get out. I mustered up the ability to say, I wanted to thank you for being my strength, and you mean a lot to me. So, yeah, I'm gonna cry. I didn't cry during the fan sign, but it's hitting me now. So, sorry, I wasn't expecting that. Wow, that took a turn. The fan sign was just like so much adrenaline that it doesn't really hit you what's happening, and like it doesn't even like doesn't fully process that this is happening, that you're meeting someone that you admire so much, because it's like also like looking through a screen, you know, you're there but you're not there, so it kind of feels like you're in an alternate world. She like got really close to the screen, and just like her face was just so sincere, like you could tell like these words meant a lot to her. And so I wish I could say more to her. I didn't have enough time, but I know she at least has, you know, my letter, and so she knows like my heart towards her. So I put in a little bit of mushy stuff, and then it was like, you know, 2 seconds basically. I had like no time. But I also really wanted to make her laugh, because like her laugh is like one of my favorite things about her. My friend told me a Korean dad joke to tell her, so I like really wanted to like tell her a corny joke to like make her laugh. The joke is, what sound does a fish make when it hits a wall? And the punchline is oh my goshi, which is fishbone in Korean. So the translator translated the joke to her, and she was like, what? And so like I told her the punchline. She laughed at first because she just thought it was funny I was telling her a joke. Then when she got the punchline, she went, oh wow, and then she clapped for me. What sound does a fish make when it hits the wall? Oh my goshi. Oh my goshi. So I told her that, and then right when I finished the joke, she went right back in and started thanking me for the letter that I sent her. So she like thanked me for the letter. She said it was just so long and sincere, and it meant a lot to her. And my favorite part of the whole thing was that she said, I expect you to write me more. So she's expecting me to write her more fan letters. So I was just like, what? You want more from me? Okay. So she said, I expect for you to write me more. And she kind of like, you know, like got all like sweet and embarrassed when she said that. So I was like, you know, fully just gone by this point. Thank you. Love you. Bye. So I said, of course I will. And then I told her that I loved her, and she said, I love you too. It's really quiet on the audio, but she's like, I love you too. But she's like all shy. So then it ended, and it was over. And then they like take you off the screen and like put you over here, and you're supposed to hang up. So I was done, and I just like put my head in my hands and was like, what just happened?
She read my fan letter.
Yeah, she said, I seen that.
Oh,
She probably saw it on Twitter too.
that's you.
Yeah.
Did she say something about like you? Did I expect more from you in the future?
I think so, yeah.
Abby, I blubbed so bad with her.
And it was over so fast. Oh, forgot to mention, I got 2 minutes with Kim Lip. I'm pretty sure it's because she kept wanting to talk to me, because there was still 13 people that needed to come after me because I was number 17. There's 30 people total. She talked to me for 2 minutes. It was only supposed to be 1. They're very prompt about it too. I got 2 minutes with her because she wanted to talk to me. So like, I obviously felt so honored that we already had that connection. So obviously it was one of the most stressful, anxiety-inducing experiences of my life, and one of the most life-changing experiences of my life. To have a group that you care so immensely about, and their well-being and just who they are as people. You want them to just thrive and be the best versions of themselves that they can be able to tell them what they mean to you, and even just have a slight chance to even put a smile on their face. Like, that is priceless. I purchased albums to get into this, but at the end of the day, I don't even think about how much money I spent on that. Like, that I will be thinking about this day for the rest of my life. Hands down. The rest of my life. To have these people that I love so deeply. They don't know me. I mean, they've met me now, but they don't know me. But just to be able to tell them what they mean to me. To know that the person that, one of the people that I admire the most has a letter from me, has kept my art. Like, what? Like, it still blows my mind that she still wants to have a relation. Like, it's not like a relationship, but she wants to hear from me. She wants to, receive letters from me. Like, that blows my mind. Obviously was incredible. I will probably be entering, the next time they have a comeback, we'll try and enter another one just so I can be able to talk to them again and have more questions for them and shower them with more love. So I'm very thankful. I love LOONA with my whole heart. I will be supporting them way beyond their career. Even if, there's a day that they're not together anymore, which will, that happens in careers, I will continue to support them just because of how deeply I love them and how much they mean to me. So, how much they've changed my life. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. But I don't want to keep talking about it because I don't want to cry anymore. So, thanks for watching.